Hello there. This is Rom Wills coming back at you with yet another video. Look for her inside of you. Now, I got to shout out where I got that phrase from. It was from a Tantra master, Nitiyama. He was giving a demonstration of a no-touch orgasm, and before he got started, he was in front of a live audience, and he said, see, I look for her inside of me. And then once I find her, then I can start making love. And I'm gonna tell you what, he went on the deeper end of it. And of course you can get into the deeper end of it, talking about the anima and the animus that was promoted by Carl Jung. And, you know, or the sexual id that was promoted by Master Yao and Yamache Morris. But on another level, a basic level, anybody can understand. Anybody can understand this level right away of it. It's still, all those other principles still apply, but understand it on this level. The woman that you need to look for need to be that woman that is a reflection of who you are as a man. And what you want to do. See, a lot of dudes might see, you know, if you see that woman, she got that big old round butt, that clock. But on a personality level, y'all might not click. That's not really who's inside of you. Now, let me be clear. You still need to have a physical attraction for her. You still need to have that. Don't get with some woman you're not physically attracted to. There's nothing wrong with that. Like on a basic level, because that's part of who you are. In fact, even being attracted to a particular body type is very subliminal. It's very subconscious, and it can tell you. Basically, if you don't get a hard on, don't mess with her. So that's one thing. But then we also talking about another level, a personality level. See, a lot of guys might meet that woman, and because she's doing it on one level, they'll change up. They will actually change up and, you know, just to keep going, just to keep having the sex or at least a shot at her. But that's not who you are. You know, if that woman is a drinker and a partier, but you more like a more introspective, intellectual type, that's not you. That woman's not you. There's going to be a problem. The conflict is already there. Because it's going to be, you might be trying to change up, but then that's taking you out of who you are, which on one level the women don't respect, but two is incompatibility like happening. Of course, some people still try to force it, especially men, because, you know, she's so fine. She got that big old butt dunk, right? Oh, let me say the other one. Breastises for your breastises lovers. But that's not really who you are. That's not really who you are. Now, I've talked about that, like women picking a guy who reflects them. And they actually, women, they look at a lot of other stuff. I've been saying that. A lot of men, unfortunately, especially younger ones, don't get past the booty. Don't get past the booty. But you have to. If you're thinking about, now, if you just want sex, okay, I get it. But as I said before in a video, many men want a relationship. In fact, I saw a clip from Kevin Samuels, may he rest in peace. He said the same thing. I mean, so if you want a relationship, if you want to relate, that woman needs to fit into your world. Your world. Because look, you know, people throw that simp word around, but if you changing who you are and changing some value systems to be with her, you simping. That woman needs to, like, she don't have to have your exact personality or exact values, but there needs to be a click with what y'all do have. She needs to be able to fit into it. So, like, I use an example for myself. A hot date for me is going to a bookstore. So if I'm dealing with a woman who don't like to read, and I actually dealt with this very attractive woman, and she wasn't big on reading. You know, it was a peaceful, I'll say it was a peaceful party. And we could be cool after that, but she didn't really fit into who I was. Very attractive, very physically attractive. Good Lord. I mean, she would have made a good wife. She would have made a good wife on just a basic level, being a good mother. But she didn't really fit into who I was and what I wanted to do. See, that's the thing. You got to think. Like I always give praise to any content creators who talk about your mission or your purpose. That woman needs to fit into that. You know, she needs to fit into what you like to do. Now, it don't mean she has to do it herself, but she got to be at peace with it. Because if you deal with a woman who don't really fit who you really are, the nature of a woman is to always try to pull you into what she wants, to try to pull you into her agenda. That's just their nature. It ain't good or bad, it just is. But if her agenda matches yours, actually y'all at peace. Because then her agenda be to support yours, because y'all in the same direction. But if that woman is not who you are on the inside, and when I say inside, I mean, does she reflect your values? If you're more of an intellectual, can she have those intellectual conversations with you? Or if you more of that homebody, like paternal and everything, is she maternal? If you're a partier, if you're a party person, is she that type? Does she want to party with you? You know? Or are you on that hustle, that business? Is she the type going to be out there hustling in the cold with you? You got to think about all of that. You got to think about it. What she represent to you. And I don't care what these women say. You know, they'll say you got to do this and this, but you part of the equation. You part of the equation. You got to be happy with who you are. So you got to ask yourself, does this woman fit into what I want? How I'm going to do things? Because if she don't, you know what? She might be fine. She might be beautiful, nice breasts, snatch waist, big old booty, you know, sexy legs. And you know, on one level, yeah, she's stimulating you. But then on another level, that's not who you are. And I know it could be tough. It could be tough, but then you got to say to yourself, you got to say, you know what? We really not compatible. I actually dealt with a woman, like the sex was incredible. Incredible. But on other level, it was like, there's some differences. You know, there's some differences. And I even said to her, you know what, we really not compatible. You know, wish her luck and everything, but you gotta be honest. What direction are you going? See, if you're in a relationship, y'all going in a direction, because what a relation, y'all relating, but y'all on a ship. You know, it's like y'all on a river or something. Y'all have to be in accord on what direction you want to go in. Because if not, the relationship is just going to stop. Because every relationship needs to be going in a certain place. Now, some women that say, well, the man should go the woman's way, but hold up. Many women don't respect a man who follows her. And a woman expects a man to at least lead. And that's part of our thing. And when I say lead, not as a dictator, you know, not having a woman like as a doormat, but seeing the direction. It's our nature. A man's nature is to go in a certain direction. You need a woman who fits into going in that direction. And if a woman's smart, she wants to go in that direction. Because I would tell any women listening, if that man is there, he going in a certain direction, and you realize you don't want to go in that direction, be kind to that man and let him go. Yeah, he might be fine. He might have whatever you want, the money. He fine, you know. You know, you got that, like, he's swinging his shit around. Okay. But you're not going in that same direction. And you know you ain't going to like him if he comes in your direction. You know it. You know? Because all of a sudden you're going to find a woman, this is to the women watching this, you're going to want that other man who's actually going someplace. So what I'm telling the men is figure out where you want to go and figure out which women who reflects who you are and wants to go in that direction. All right? So anyway, I want y'all to really, men especially, look, everything going on, I don't care what, you know, any conflict between sexes or anything like that. As a man, say, look, this is the direction I'm going in. You either coming or not. And I don't care if somebody can say, oh, it's wrong. No, fuck that shit. Fuck that shit. Seriously, as a man, you figure out what direction and what woman wants to ride along. All right? Because otherwise, y'all might as well just be sex partners otherwise, at best. If you want a relationship, you want a family, you want a legacy or something, oh, well, she needs to be who you are on the inside. She needs to reflect your values, who you are as a man. She needs to be a reflection. And let me be clear, that ain't saying she gotta act masculine. She need to be complimentary. She need to compliment what you got on the inside, all right? So, anyway, that's all I have for right now. I'll get back with y'all. Peace and blessings.